Why are there different versions of the Bible? Well, all versions that we have in English are, of course, translations. If we look to what we call the Old Testament, the Hebrew Bible, it's written in Hebrew, and the New Testament, for the most part, is written in Koine Greek. To further complicate things, Jesus actually spoke in Aramaic, so even the most ancient manuscripts are already a translation of Jesus's words. Now, when we translate, we do interpretive work by necessity, but some translations are more interpretive than others. For instance, the Message is almost entirely interpretation. It is a retelling of the biblical story in modern language. But the New International Version, for instance, does some theological interpretive work itself. So look to the opening lines of the book of Genesis of the Bible, and we see that instead of translating those opening lines as there was a wind from God over the water, it says God's Spirit was over the water, which imposes Trinitarian language in a book that didn't have that concept. So you've got to be careful about the translation that you're using. The King James Version is another example, and the King James Version has a unicorn in it. My preferred translations are direct translations like the Common English Bible or the New Revised Standard Version. My favorite is the New Revised Standard Version Updated Edition in RSV UE because it's made some important changes. For instance, in the birth narratives of Jesus, in Luke's version, we find what's usually translated as inn, katalima in Greek, translated as guest room, and we find magi instead of wise men. So I think that that's significant. My advice is to get a scholarly direct translation like the NRSV UE.